Hi, this is Chris from Canine Solutions Training Services with Freckers and Isabel, and I wanted to talk to you today about an eval we did, a couple years back. The video you're about to see is focused on me because I didn't want to put the people in the video. Okay, I wanted to keep them out of it because sometimes when you're trying to solve a problem like this, you get judged, and I didn't want them judged. They were good people trying to help out and trying to solve a problem. So their problem, they have an 18-month-old toddler and a terrier mix they got before they had the toddler. And you should know that the terrier mix has had some resource guarding issues and aggression before they had the baby. And you should also know that the toddler has poked the dog in the eye and pulled out copious amounts of fur. So they kind of have a hate-hate relationship. It's important to remember that this dog has been allowed through the Disney syndrome. The Disney syndrome is basically believing that a dog is a stuffed animal, a cartoon character, or a CGI movie star. Dogs talk, Lady and the Tramp, all that stuff. They fell into this, and a lot of people fall into this. The reason that all of this happened is because they didn't treat the dog the way a dog should be treated. Unfortunately, the dog has bitten the baby in the face. I have kids. I have 3 kids, and they're the absolute most precious thing in my life. But I also have a ton of dogs, as you can see, and my dogs are special to me, but they're not kid special to me. It's a different kind of love, and I think these people are kind of getting it confused, and now they think the dog, as a child, has hurt their other child and betrayed their trust. An 18-month-old child running around and a dog that's untrained is going to lead to accidents. In this case, most people who I've talked to about this video say, well, I'll shoot the dog myself, I'd put that dog down. It's not the dog's fault. The motto here at Canine Solutions is, it's not the dog, it's you. And your interaction with the dog decides who that dog is. Nature is a small part of it, but nurture is a huge part of it. How you allow or don't allow the dog to do things is training and living with the dog. This dog is a nice dog. He really is. He's just trying to maintain order because the family won't. When a dog bites a human, it's almost never fatal for the human, but it is almost always fatal for the dog. And I may seem blunt and I may seem rude to these people. I'm not trying to be. I want to try to save the life of the dog and save the baby from getting any more plastic surgery. So I think sometimes dog trainers kind of beat around the bush because they don't know what to do, or they're afraid to say really what they would do. I am not that dog trainer. Check out the video and enjoy.
This is a few years ago, 2 years ago.
Because the thing is, like, a friend came over with a baby once, and he flipped out with the baby barking. I mean, crying. So we were nervous, and we had someone come to the house when I was pregnant just to say, what can we do?
And what did they tell you to do?
We got a doll that cried to get him used to it.
How'd that work out for you?
Actually, he did pretty good with it.
Until you bit your baby.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
What's pretty good mean?
I honestly don't even know.
Did you ever have another live baby in the house between when you had the doll and you had your daughter?
Yeah, we had other
Probably.
kids.
And did he freak out when they cried?
Yeah, we would just make him go in the bathroom.
So hang on, you said it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, so at first the baby was crying every time. He'd start barking when he heard the noise.
Of the doll or the baby?
Doll.
Yeah. But I'm talking about real babies. After the doll experiment,
Yeah.
when you had a real baby come over and it cried, did he still freak out?
He did.
So how did the baby doll thing work?
I guess not too good.
It did not you, but you're petting him. Now life has changed since you got a baby. He's not the center of your attention. So when you used to baby talk in the house, did you baby talk to Papa over here when the baby wasn't there? Did you go, what's your first name?
Mike.
Mike, did you go, "Hi Mikey, you my baby"? Did you do that to him? No. Did you do that to her? No. Who did you do it to?
The dog.
So you come home, you were away on a trip?
Yep.
When you come home and you see the dog, what do?
Yeah, I pet him and...
And
Who
tough
first?
like
You, the dog or the wife?
Usually the dog.
You got a pretty wife, buddy. And so you need to get your priorities straight. And then when you come home from doing whatever you're doing and the dog greets you, What do you do?
Same thing.
You pump him up.
Yeah.
I really don't miss you so much. So listen, what happens? Do you hear it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that's who you used to talk to. Now who do you talk to like that?
Mira.
And so who does he think you're talking to?
No.
Him. So he jumps out, and you go, the dog's attacking the baby. No, he's not. He's trained to be your schmoopy poo.
Right.
So people get like, they go, we got to bring a blanket home and let the dog smell it, and let's get a fake baby, and we'll put baby food smell everywhere. We'll get a crappy diaper, and we'll let the dog understand. All it is that the dog used to be your infant baby. And now the baby comes, and you're like, fuck you, dog. We got a baby. Right? He's starting to learn how to use aggression to manage your child. That's over your head.
Right, and that's the thing that freaked me out. It's like she's been around 16 months. Why did this happen now?
Because of how she's acting. Because she's 16 months and she's a toddler.
Yeah.
Because she's mobile. She wasn't mobile before that. Everything happened when the baby got mobile. Does that make sense?
Totally.
And he's like, look, if you're going to walk around, I'm going to teach you the rules. So whose house does he think it is? So you have a new puppy.
Never.
You do have a new puppy. And a new puppy walks over to one of his favorite spots. Imagine her as a puppy now. She's not a child. She's not a human child. She's a puppy. Because dogs see little humans as human puppies, right? Now, he had Mira dead to rights. He could have ripped her whole face off. What did he do?
Yeah.
Why was he doing that? He said, number one, you poked me in the eyes the other day.
Right.
And she's pulled out hunks.
Yeah, but she's a baby.
You're right.
You can't just let a baby come into a dog that has no rules just because you know the dog and hope that it's going to be okay.
Right. Yeah.
So she's level with him eye to eye because he's on the couch.
Right.
She goes to grab. He may be thinking she's going to poke me in the eye, or he may be thinking she's going to try to take my spot, or she's going to pull my hair. But the interactions with him and her are, when I see little Mira, bad things happen. So you know what? If she even makes a move, I'm going to tell her. She doesn't understand. The parents have told me I'm here, and she's here. So I'm going to correct her. Remember, if he did that to a puppy, you wouldn't even think twice about it. But the value of your baby sends your mind into places that you don't even want it to go. You're pissed at him for what you allowed him to become. Does that make sense? Yeah. So the whole thing is you've got to make a decision. Do you want to follow this through, or do you want to find, I don't know, a place for this dog where someone's going to train him? Because he's not a bad dog. He's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful dog. It's just that he is a product of what you have allowed him to do and how you communicate with him. And there's an old saying, the handler gets, or the owner gets the dog they deserve. And so this problem is very fixable. And if your daughter were here and he was growling just like that, I would fix it the exact same way. But you also have to manage your daughter. He can't just sit on the couch and have your daughter come over and you let the two of them decide how the interaction's going to go. You have to teach him, and you have to teach her at the same time. How do kids and dogs interact? You're just letting it happen. And then teach her how to interact with traffic the same way. Teach her how to interact with a wood stove the same way. Teach her how to interact with a set of stairs the same way. You're not teaching, you're just hoping. And we don't hope, especially. Is he afraid of me? Do you think he's afraid of me?
No, he doesn't seem afraid.
What's his name?
Buddy.
Buddy. Does he seem afraid?
No.
That's fine.
But he's disrespected us all these years.
Right, you have history. So you have to be consistent with it. So what I'm saying to you is if you're not going to do the work,
Right.
then, but the thing is with this dog, you can't just go find him a home because he's already got these behaviors. What I'm a big fan of is people fixing it. And so if you created it, you should fix it. But I understand the reality of the situation is you have a baby, you have a husband that travels a lot. In the summer, is it this bad? Do you travel a lot?
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's good. So, do you see our relationship is he thinks I'm in charge of him?
Right.
That's called pack order. In your relationship, he thinks he's in charge of all you guys. If he doesn't think he's in charge, he's quiet. Right? Well, he wants to leave now. Watch. He's quiet. He doesn't touch things that aren't his. You see how he doesn't want anything to do with that bone? Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Was I mean to him? Did I beat him? No, he was willing to put a lot of violence on me. And I said, no, we don't do that. Right? So whose bone is it? Whose house is it? Who has the dog under control?
You do.
Whose house is it at your house? Whose bone is it at his house? Whose baby is it at his house? Whose leash is it at his house? That's the problem. The problem is how you live with him,
Right.
not who he is. I hope you enjoyed that video. I honestly don't know how it turned out, but I was glad I got to say what I needed to say. So if you're having a canine problem, give us a call at Canine Solutions. Our website is caninests.com. Check us out on Facebook and give us a like. And the YouTube channel, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and share the video. That's how we get the word out there. That's how we let people know what's going on. Leave some comments too. I'm always interested in people's comments, good, bad, and indifferent. Thanks again for watching.